Hey guys, so around a week ago, a lot of you started requesting that I actually take a look at Wayfair stock here because of the fact that they're going to have earnings in around a month's time. And you guys already know that I like to play earnings a lot because usually stocks run up to this period and ultimately decide their price for the future based on what we see in the pre-earnings run up. So comparing Wayfair here to how they've done over the last 3 months, you can see that they've absolutely rocketed ever since their last earnings around 3 months ago. They're up around $150. And I did cover this event and I said that a fair price point for Wayfair was around the $170 range where they did jump to. However, now they have been able to crush this price and continue coming up even higher than they have before. So a lot of people are wondering, where is the high for this stock? Do they have room to continue growing, or are they all hype? And honestly, I think that Wayfair is one of those companies that can most benefit from a lot of stores closing here. Now, if we do think about the furnishing store industry as a whole, we can kind of see that a lot of these stores like Scandinavian Designs, Rooms to Go, etc., have been pressured to begin closing stores worldwide as a result of a lot of people not going to visit stores anymore. And especially with these type of big products, they kind of used to benefit on people not being able to take them home same day. However, this problem is completely eliminated with Wayfair, where customers can instantly purchase and have stuff delivered to their home the very next day or the very next week, and even have it set up for a very relatively low price. Now, if we do consider Wayfair over the last 5 years, they were kind of unknown. They were worth around $50. And coming into the recession here or the economic downturn, they were worth all the way down at $28. So a lot of people did think that this was a stock that was potentially going to suffer heavily as a result of the economic downturn. However, people have soon seen that instead of suffering, this company has potentially two-folded or even three-folded in value since the economic downturn, and as a result of a lot of people staying home. Now, like I explained in my last video, a lot of people that I do know, some close relatives and even my own family, have decided to buy furniture throughout this economic crisis here. And we actually bought a couch online through Wayfair and are very satisfied with it and have no complaints, and as a result have been recommending this Wayfair brand out to a lot of other people. And I feel like this is how their stock has most grown in the last 3 to 5 months here, and potentially they're going to be rocketing within the next 3 months, within the next month to 2 months, when their next earnings comes out, if they are able to hold this positive growth that they have been seeing. Now, one of the biggest things affecting Wayfair stock and the actual reason that I decided to make the video today was as a result of this crazy news that actually came out for Wayfair. Now, if we do search up Wayfair news today, you can see that the top three articles are about this child trafficking conspiracy. Now, this is a very, very serious thing, and a lot of people were hearing about this as market closed on Friday, and as a result, you can see that their 1 day graph is very, very red. They're down almost $5 on a day, which doesn't happen for this stock that usually continues growing and growing throughout any type of extended period, the 1 month, the 1 week. So it's very rare to see a day where Wayfair is this red. Now, you can see that on Friday, this was just an allegation, just a conspiracy. However, today it has been confirmed because there have been a lot of Wayfair listings that have come out where they show, for example, a furniture item such as this cabinet that is very, very portrayed here, and then they put the name of a child that actually has been abducted in the last few weeks to months. So this is a very, very scary thing. And the Wayfair CEO actually stepped down over the weekend here. So it adds even more validity to the claim that this stuff could have been happening right under people's noses. Now, the way that it was discovered is very contested. However, a lot of people say that somebody did end up buying this item and there was a child inside the armoire or inside the furniture item that was shipped. Now, this is an absolutely shocking, shocking thing. And honestly, if I was to bet, I would say that on Monday, Wayfair is going to have one of its reddest days in the last few months as people kind of digest this news and as people kind of realize that this company has been doing some very dirty stuff for the last few months. Now, Obviously their whole revenue, earnings, and everything like this that they've been increasing isn't as a result of this child trafficking. However, I do think that it is going to affect them more negatively than it is positively. If you know anything about human psychology, a lot of people tend to remember a worse event more than they remember something good happening. So this is going to affect Wayfair stock for a very, very long time. Now, as traders, we do want to see realistically how this is going to affect their price value over the next month to 3 months time. And to that, I'd say that they are going to be seeing one of the reddest days, like I explained. However, one of the reddest days is usually accompanied by one of the biggest bounces here. Now, as I said, their earnings is coming up in 1 month, and a lot of people are going to be looking to play this earnings move, as Wayfair has been one of the hottest stocks here on the stock market within the last 3 months to 1 year period. So a lot of people are going to be watching what is going to happen with Wayfair and with the fact that they have been hit by this crazy news. Now, if we do see here, they hit around the $200 mark, came down, came back up around the $200 mark, came down again to the 200, pulled back, and we see that this 200 level is a very, very strong resistance level for them, and they haven't been able to come back down below 200 ever since they came up above. So I would say that potentially on Monday, when the market opens and when this news does come to be digested by the market and investors kind of hear what the ultimate confirmation was, as you can see, a lot of these articles are saying it's still an allegation because they probably don't want to get sued. They don't want to get hit with a cease and desist. However, we do know that a lot of these news articles and stories are confirmed that Wayfair items were having children shipped inside of them. So this is an incredibly, incredibly impactful story, and it honestly reminds me of things such as Pizzagate and other news stories that a lot of people still talk about today, even though it was years ago. So if essentially this news could affect Wayfair and their brand image for years to come here into the future. So we're kind of waiting to see essentially what happens. However, I would look to the $200 range here as a key resistance level for Wayfair and watch for a bounce around that level. If on Monday we do open very red and they lose around $15 to $20 of value, you have to know that this is going to be a strong opportunity for you to gain a good position within Wayfair and for you to be looking for that earnings bounce that they are going to definitely have. Now, a lot of people understand that this news can largely affect Wayfair negatively into the future. However, in the short term, their earnings is going to be what they earned from the last 3 months, since we did see their last one, I think was around January or February, when I kind of started my channel and when my channel really exploded as a result of these Wayfair videos. So Wayfair is a stock that I watch a lot, and I'm very in tune with what happens, and this news has honestly shocked me, and it's probably going to shock other investors in the market. And when investors are shocked, when they're scared, they'd rather sell out than take a loss. So we could potentially see a very, very big sell-off here for Wayfair. Potentially one of the biggest record sell-offs, if I'm not mistaken here, is going to be coming for Wayfair stock. Right now you can see that they're kind of in a range between the 220 and 230 levels. However, I think we're going to see a reversal and a downwards trend here can start to become more apparent on Wayfair as a result of this news and as a result of other things that could be coming out into the future about this news. So yeah, guys, just keep a close eye out on what happens with the price here of Wayfair coming into earnings, coming into this crazy news that just dropped in the weekend and their CEO stepping down. Obviously, your CEO wouldn't step down unless there was some validity to the claims here, so that obviously doesn't present well for Wayfair. You can see that they have good volume, so their stock will definitely move. Instead of 1.8 million, you could probably expect around 5 million as people try to play puts, other type of moves on this type of news here, guys. So yeah, just keep a close eye out for Wayfair stock. Potentially anything could happen. As always, don't forget to keep an eye out for the plays, and don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Thanks, guys.